Recording now. Hey, Paulo.
Oh, you're talking to me now?
Yes, I'm talking to you. The show must go on, Paulo.
Okay, fine. Brian, everyone's wondering why we didn't tape a friggin' segment last week. Why don't you tell them that?
Okay, so everyone, there was a little bit of drama in the workroom last week. Not gonna lie, but Paulo has thought about what he's done and he won't be doing that again. So we're all good.
That is bullshit.
Paulo.
Whatever. Anyway, welcome to Totally Gagged.
Totally Gagged.
I'm so
Woohoo!
happy we're back. I'm so happy we're back. Okay, but here's the thing. Because we did miss last week, I think we should give our millions of viewers a couple of things. One, let's go a little longer today.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll address a couple of other topics, and then let's do bonus coverage. And like, we'll drop something this weekend.
We are all about giving more because that's who we are.
Exactly. You know what? Let's just stop there. And this is the show. That's
it.
Show.
We're done. Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to quickly run through what we can talk about today?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll talk about obviously the last week's lip sync. So Jan versus Widow. We have lots of opinions on that.
Oh my God.
It is the halfway point of the season. So we're going to talk about our favorite and our least favorite parts of the season so far. And then we're going to talk about the celebrity series. It starts tonight as well. It's a 4-week series. You have done so much research. You're going to kill it. You're going to tell people what it's all about. And then we're going to talk about who we think is going to go home tonight.
Yes.
Okay. And then what is the bonus, if people are wondering?
So the bonus, we're going to kind of, we're going to trail off with our energy from disagreeing with one another, and we're going to slug it out for who we think is going to be the top 4. We've got 7 queens left. So we're basically going to say this is who, and being the top 4 is a big deal. So we're going to kind of slug it out to see who we think is going to be in the top 4.
Yeah, that's not on this episode. We're going to drop.
That's a bonus.
Yeah, we're going to drop.
Giving more back to you.
Exactly. There we go. Okay, let's talk about last week.
Okay.
Jan versus Widow. Do you think it was the right decision? There's a lot of controversy on this right now. Like, it's all over the internets. People were
yeah, I know. I've been reading about it, and I do think it depends on how you look at it, how you look at the competition. And this has always been a thing about the competition, is it really comes down to RuPaul's ultimate, feeling about who should go. But I think Jan was a good choice because she's been mediocre for a while. And it's not just this one episode, it's been after a while. So she hasn't really been in the top. So I really feel like that could be taken into consideration.
Okay, so I completely disagree with you. Shocking. First of all, like, they both sucked in the competition. Like, that, nobody can disagree with that. Even in Untucked, they were all like, Jan was like, it's going to be Widow and I. So that's clear. But on the runway, are you friggin' kidding me? Jan's look and Jan's dress was like unbelievable. It was probably one of my favorite. I think it was my top 2 favorite looks on the runway that night. So and Widow is a performer, and like Jan did really well against her in the lip sync.
In the maxi challenge, I had to literally look away. She was horrible.
For Jan?
Yeah, in the Droop maxi challenge.
Yeah.
She was not funny at all. And then she did the whole death drop, and I was just like, please love me, please love me. And that's how I feel like Jan has been.
It wasn't pretty, Brian, but neither was Widow's. I just thought that Jan brought it on the lip sync. I was expecting Widow to just like annihilate her, and then it didn't happen. It was actually a lot closer. So, look, if I was RuPaul and I was on the stage and it was my show, Widow would have been going home last week.
Yeah, I'm totally going to like Photoshop your face onto RuPaul now with the hair. I want to see that.
Hashtag RuPaul. There we go. Okay. What about you?
Okay, wait. Before we move on, I do want to talk about what's wrong with Jan, because I think Jan should have left, and I made a list of things.
She should have left like long ago.
No, I wouldn't say long ago. I just think it was definitely her time. And, like there's a bunch of things like the whole crying, like, oh my God, like that was a little much. And it was like in the Untucked and after Britta was eliminated at the beginning of the episode, everyone was kind of like, we don't think Jan was like blubbering over Britta leaving. We think it's just because she's not getting the attention she wants. And I
can see it.
Felt the same way. I think she came into it overconfident, and she never got a chance to relax. Like she's always been like, she's had such high expectations of herself, and overconfident, feeling like she was better than others. Same thing with Britta.
Do you think there's like a New York thing going on?
I think there is. I think there's a New York overconfidence thing that's happening. And what that does is when you come into it overconfident, thinking that you're better, then you're stressed out and you're not able to land. You start not landing jokes. When you start not landing jokes, it starts an avalanche. And then you just get in your head, and then you freak out and you crash and burn.
I said a little bit of this 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to say it even worse this time. Okay.
But hold on. My last thing is, no, listen, I'm capping it off. The last thing is, with all of that stuff happening, you stop having fun. And Heidi nailed it when she had fun. Crystal Method in the Madonna musical, she nailed it because she was having fun.
Yeah. When you Look at us with pens.
I don't know. when those things get in the way of you having fun, that's when you suffer.
No, I agree with that. I was just going to say, I was actually going to try to be a little bit more controversial than I was 2 or 3 weeks ago when I kind of hinted to it. Here we go. I don't think New York City queens are that good. Period. So when you walk in, like, you're not good just because you're from New York City. You don't have to, like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. Like, there are more people in New York City. Good for you. It doesn't mean that you're any more talented than other people. And this season, honestly, the representation from New York City wasn't that good.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
They're cocky queens that didn't match up to their cockiness. Whatever the fuck that is. There should have been a better way of that said that, but whatever. They weren't that good.
No.
Okay.
Talk
about, so it's the halfway point. Let's talk about the halfway point. We can talk about the worst and our worst and our best moments of the season so far.
Yeah. Okay, you start with your worst, and then I'll give my worst.
Okay, so sorry, because I've had like 3 episodes of like shitting on Aiden, but here we go again. The worst part of the season was when Nikki Doll, who is an incredible talent, went home before Aiden did. And I'll repeat it again. I like Aiden. I think she had a lot of potential. I enjoyed her character and what she brought to the show, but she was in a completely different league compared to everybody else. And I just think it's horrible that a talent like Nikki Doll got to go home. Nikki Doll.
Who's that?
You're doing that thing? Okay. Anyway, that Nikki Doll went home before somebody like Aiden did. Sorry about that, but that is the worst part of the season. There goes with the pen again. We're going to drop the pen.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean...
Yours?
Nikki Doll to me was just... I didn't really think of her too much.
There was like her some looks.
Drama,
the way that she like...
Aiden. And like... okay. Anyway, I'm not going to comment on that.
Yeah. What's your worst? What's the worst part of the season for you so far?
For me, the worst part of the season was anytime Britta was on camera. Yeah.
Like just generally, just boom. Is Britta on the camera? This is the worst.
Yeah. Mainly when she was on camera, because she was, I didn't think she was that good. And it showed in her results. She was in the bottom twice. And she was always on the low side. She was only in the top. No, she wasn't even in the top. She was safe once. Yeah. She was not that great. and she was always talking about how great she was and how she should be doing better than other queens. She was really complaining about other queens. And then to cap it off, when she complained and she started this huge fight about Aiden. When Aiden left the next day, when they came into the workroom and she was wiping lipstick off, she turned around. She's like, "I loved her." I was just like, "Oh my God." The best part was when she got eliminated.
Oh, you've already jumped.
No,
I'm
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You go and tell
you know what?
Can
we just declare it? New York City and Manhattan is over. Sorry about it.
People are going to be mad at us, Paulo. We're going to get hate mail.
Shit. I'm so over it. I'm so over people of Queens and like the attitude from Manhattan. You're not better.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. What was your best part of the season?
Okay. Best part of the season. I am going to say that it was the Snatch game, but not the Snatch game period. It was a pretty good Snatch game, but not the Snatch game. It was the rise to the top from Gigi. She killed it with the robot, which like shocked everybody. Mm-hmm. But it actually put her on the map. It signaled to the other queens like she is here to slay. And if you cannot keep up, you're going to be in the bottom. And so I just feel like that did it for her. She is a huge talent. She's not a niche type of queen. She's not a look queen. She's not a humorous queen. She kind of has it all. And she's like 21 or something. Like that's crazy. Mm-hmm. I may have made that up. I think she's 21, but
they're all 21. I don't know.
She's young is basically what I was trying to say.
So my best part of the season was, I think it came down for me. I like the Snatch game. I didn't think that the Snatch game was stellar. I think there have been other Snatch games in the past that have been like really, really good. Grey Gardens, what's her name? Edie.
Okay, yeah. I thought the UK version was amazing.
I thought, that was good. So the Snatch game wasn't a huge thing for me. For me, it really came down to one performance, and it was Crystal Method. Crystal Method did the Madonna Rusical. She did the Ray of Light Madonna, and I thought that was so well done. Like, it wasn't stellar, but it was just a great performance, and it was hilarious. It was so funny.
I love it. That's a good pick.
And I think like it's whenever the comedy is just so good. Like I said at the beginning, I love the comedy queens when there's some really good comedy, physical comedy, verbal comedy, shade, all that stuff. It's the best for me. So
yeah, that's good. Those are really good. Let's talk about the celebrity. What do you want to call it? Like the celebrity series, the celebrity show?
This is what it's called. Secret Celebrity RuPaul Drag Race, or SCRPDR.
That sounds like I need to get it.
It sounds like you need to go down to the Hassle Free.
Yeah, I need to get a cream for that. Which honestly may be what I need to do after this thing is over. I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about what I think this is going to be.
So,
want to explain it?
Well, sure. So it started off being Celebrity Drag Race, but then they started calling it Secret Celebrity RuPaul Drag Race. So everyone was like, "Oh, okay. So the celebrities are secret, and we have to guess who they are." But they've been announced. I don't know if it's been leaked or if it's been announced.
And guess what? I had to look at who they are.
They're not okay. Yes, so they're not huge celebrities. I'll talk about who's announced. We've got 3 celebrities. It's 4 episodes, but there's actually 11 queens that are mentoring them. So you've got Alyssa Edwards, season 5, All Stars 2.
Love her.
Love her. Do you want to see my Alyssa Edwards impression?
Yeah,
I've got one.
Go ahead. That's actually really good.
I don't know if that's really bad. I can't make my jaw go back because her jaw's like.
Okay, Brian, I'm actually going to screen grab that, and that's going to be your profile pic for every app that you use for the rest of your life.
Asia O'Hara, season 10. Bob the Drag Queen, season 8. Kimchi, season 8. Monet.
Oh, Bob the Drag Queen. Probably the only good fucking drag queen coming out of New York City.
Video was really good, too.
Yeah.
Monet Exchange, season 10. All Stars 4.
Love her.
Yeah. I love Monet Exchange. Yeah, yeah. And All Stars 4, she was good too. Monique Hart, season 10, All Stars 4. Nina West, love her.
Yeah, I like her
Um,
too.
Trinity the Tuck, love Trinity the Tuck. Trinity
Love
the Tuck's
Trinity.
one of my
Come
favorites.
on. Yeah, me too.
And season 9, All Stars 4. Trixie Mattel, season 7, All Star 3. And
Eh,
Vanessa Benji Mateo, season 10, season 11. Benji. Okay.
Angie. Okay. So it starts tonight. It's 4 weeks in a row. It's
Yeah.
like a double header for the next 4 weeks, which is amazing because lots of people are at home doing nothing right now. So thank you very much, RuPaul, for helping us through this really, really difficult time.
Yes, exactly. This is like we're getting more of what we need, right? So
Exactly.
so all the same judges. We had 3 celebrities. I'm gonna run through the celebrities. Spoiler alert, if you're wanting this to be a secret, turn your volume or don't switch us off, never switch us off.
Yeah. Or spoiler alert, get your
here,
phones.
yeah.
Spoiler alert, get your phones because you're gonna have to Google these names because no one knows who the fuck they are.
Nico Tortorella is the first one. He was actually
Who?
Nico Tortorella. He's from Scream 4, okay? And he was also in Walking Dead. I was a big Walking Dead fan, and I remember him from that. And but he wasn't he was only in for a little while. He's actually identifies as gender fluid, and his wife is a
Or
female.
their wife. Their wife.
Okay, yeah. Their wife is
Is that his
also
name?
gender fluid. And yeah, so I think he's already, you Google him, he's already done a lot of drag, so he's got some experience. I don't think he's out of this like fresh.
Jokes aside, I did have to Google him. But when I did Google him, I was actually pleasantly surprised that there is some drag stuff that he's done before, or sorry, that they've done before. It'll be interesting. I think that this one's going to be a good one to watch for sure. The other two.
Well, I think the whole thing that for me was I was just hoping it was going to be a lot like you know, people who've never done drag before, and that was going to be part of the antics and part of the fun.
Yeah, like Ricky Martin and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
exactly. But I think that could be the case for the next 2. So the next one is Jermaine Fowler. He's an actor and a comedian, most known for being on a comedy in 2015 and 16 called Friends of the People. It didn't actually do very well, but the next show that he was in, HBO, was Crashing. That was pretty popular. He was pretty funny in that. Jordan Connor is from Riverdale. He played Sweet Pea, and he's also in it. Babyface, big babyface.
No idea.
I think between the 3 of them, I think I think Nico Tortorella is going to be obviously the pageant queen, and I think Jermaine Fowler is going to be the comedy queen. And I don't know about Jordan.
Jordan's baby face, like I saw photos of him when I Googled him, and like he's very pretty to begin with. So he might have a less harder time, otherwise known as an easier time to maybe I just wanted to say the word harder. That's all that was. He might have an easier time to do the whole drag thing.
Sure.
Yeah. I want somebody to be beard, like I want a beard drag queen, a bearded drag queen.
I don't want a beard drag queen. I'm not.
I do.
That's not my thing. And it's like, you know. Anyway, the thing about this, and I think like we were talking about this earlier, was that it's 4 episodes. We have some C-level celebrities.
That is a compliment.
C-level celebrities. I think we're stretching it with
C for compliment.
We're playing a little fast and loose with the term celebrity here.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
go ahead.
But I really want to see this. Like, I think it's going to be like they're testing it. I think this is just a test to see how popular it is, because I think RuPaul's Drag Race in general is becoming a lot more mainstream. It's not just for the LGBTQ community. It's been a lot more people outside of the community are really becoming fans. Straight guys I know at work are talking about it, and getting hooked on seasons and watching the whole thing. So I think this is like another kind of step into kind of like people want to watch celebrities kind of like become drag queens, and you can talk about how amazing they look. And, you know, when it's people that you know, like personalities, but here it's like, you know, until they know that it's popular, they're not going to fork out the money because it's going to cost money to get real celebrities. We want to get celebrities. And, you know, I want to see a full episode. I want to see 12 celebrities clawing each other's eyes out for the charity of their choice. I mean, I think that would be cool. But here, listen, it seems like it's more of 11 queens that are helping 3 queens, you know?
Yeah. So I agree with a lot of stuff that you said. I'm actually excited about this. I'm excited about the concept. I'm excited about the potential. I think what I fear with all this is that, you know, we're a lot of talk these days about the curve and the peaks and everything else. I feel and fear that we are probably at the peak of RuPaul's sort of like empire, and we may be on the decline right now. Like it might actually be a little bit too much. And if you're going to spread out into a celebrity part of the business, like I'm not sure that these individuals are going to be the way to go. Like I don't see the numbers and the viewership and the interest in this. But whatever, we'll see. Yeah. Maybe the other queen, maybe the actual queens will lead the way, because there are some amazing like performers on that list.
Yeah, I know, but I already watched them all. This is like selling me like, you know, like, oh, it's 30% beef. I'm like, oh, I thought I was getting like a hamburger. Like I've already seen all these bitches. I want new people. I want them never to be in heels before.
You want more meat, Brian, is what you are. Thirsty bitch. On that note, let's talk about tonight, and let's talk about who we think is going to go home. And then also, once we finish that, we're gonna film our next bonus part, which is the top 4. But we're not talking about top 4 right now. Nope. We're talking about 1, maybe 2 people who we think are going to go home tonight.
I'm talking about 1.
You're talking about 1. There is no discussion here. Yes. You just think there's 1 person.
I just think it's 1 person going home.
And it is?
Well, I think it's Jackie Cox. I think Jackie Cox is going home.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. She has been, she just hasn't really like, she hasn't been super funny. She hasn't been super stunning. She hasn't been like, I think she's kind of like, she hasn't had super growth. So I think following along that theme of like, you know, unless she really turns it out tonight, I think she could go home.
Okay. Unlike you, I am going to support my fellow Canadian. I think Jackie Cox will be just fine. I think it's going to be, the lip sync is going to be between Crystal Method? Or Method?
That bitch is staying.
Okay, that's not what I asked you. What's her name? Crystal what?
Crystal Method.
Okay. Because I called her the wrong thing the other day.
You called her Crystal Meth.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Crystal Method is going up against Widow. And here's the thing. Up until now, I would have been like, for sure Widow's going to kill it because she's a performer. Last week's lip sync was not impressive, Widow. So I think Widow is going home tonight.
Okay.
Goodbye, Widow.
Yeah, but I always feel like when they have that, like they have that survival moment, and last episode was Widow's survival moment. Widow was like scared shitless and was like, holy fuck, what's going on? I feel like they come back full of fire, or you're right, they're gonna fizzle out.
Yeah. I think Widow is due. Like it feels like Aiden all over again. Like it's not like she was like at the top. She's kind of been like, and if she can't like turn it up in front of her supposed like idol, I don't know. Like really, if that's what you got, like I don't think maybe I overestimated her performance skills from like the first lip sync of the season when she was up for like the winning part of the season, you know, like
remember that
the top 2.
I was like, she's so desperate. Like it's the first episode. You're not going home. You're just getting the prize.
Why she dropped like 6 splits or something, right?
Just splits across the stage.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Maybe the gas has run out.
Yeah, she spent the gas in the first episode.
Yeah. Oh, and her knee hurts apparently too.
That was from that first splits.
Yeah.
It was a little cut. She has a cut.
Yeah, like come on.
We all get
like
cut.
Woman it up. Woman up. Woman up, widow, or you're going home tonight.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Come back or click on, because it's probably there now, click on to our bonus episode and enjoy Secret Celebrity RuPaul's Drag Race tonight, and we will see you next week.
Brian, it's so good to be friends with you again.
I'm still thinking about it, but we'll see next week. Love you. Maybe.
Okay, bye.
Bye.